Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nur Faris bin Abdul Murad, and today I will talk about Chapter 2, Safety and Health, and I am the last presenter for this group. I will talk about First Aid and Safety Committee. So, without any wasting of time, let's go and check what is First Aid Kit. Okay, this is the commonly used First Aid Kit in the daily work or at the workplace or at our house. So before we take a look at what is inside the first aid, we have to know what is the first aid. So let's watch the video first to better understanding about this topic. As we see in the video, first aid kit is the first and immediate assistance is given to the person suffering from either a minor or serious illness or injury, with care provided to preserve life, prevent the condition from worsening, or to promote recovery. From what we see in the video, it's shown that Ravi's sister have a minor injury on his knees. Ravi told his father to take his sister to the hospital or call a doctor for the immediate treatment. But his father tells him that there is no need because that is only the minor injury. So from that, his father take out the first aid kit box that contain of ointment, bandages, and many more to treat his sister. So from this video, we can see that this first aid kit box can treat many minor injuries such as bites, injuries, heat stroke, and many more. So next, I will show you when is the first aid kit was invented. Okay, this first aid kit was invented in 1888 by a company known as Johnson & Johnson. Robert Wood Johnson, the co-founder of Johnson & Johnson, was traveling on a Denver and Arroyo Grande Railroad when he struck up a conversation with a railways company chief surgeon and learned that railroad workers often sustain injuries that prove fatal because they lack access to hospital or on-site emergency medical supplies. So, from this event, the co-founder has come up with an idea to supply a medical treatment to these railroad workers, so that they don't have to go to hospital and they can get on-site treatment. So from that, there is many invention Johnson & Johnson made from the first aid kit. So let's take a look. What is the invention of Johnson & Johnson? First, in 1898, USA reached out Johnson & Johnson for the medical supply during Spanish and American War. So during this time, the Spanish and America having a war, and the USA come to Johnson & Johnson company to supply them medical supplies. So this is a picture of the first aid packet during that Spanish-American War. So the packet containing antiseptic compresses, bandages, safety pins was small enough for a soldier to store in his uniform, so a medic could use the supplies to help stanch bleeding, set broken bones, and administer other life-saving treatment on the spot. Okay, next. In 1903, household accident case was invented. It was originally packaged in cardboard, but was upgraded to a white metal case in 1920s that was meant to be hung on a bathroom wall for easy access. This metal white case we can see in drama of Hollywood movie, or that they still have the first aid kit in their bathroom. The kit contained a set of first aid instruction space where the owner could jot down the number phone of local emergency service personnel. Next, in 1920, Johnson released Johnson No. 1 first aid cabinet. At the turn of 20th century, more and more manufacturing facilities were popping up across the country, staffed with laborers who were operating dangerous machines. In response, the Johnson's factories case was created containing all the product of general first aid kit, but they were sold in mass quantity to meet the factory demand. So this first aid cabinet is used at the factory. So this is the picture of the first aid cabinet. Next, in 1921, Johnson & Johnson released another invention, that is travel kit. In 1920s, many people were on the move or journeying cross country by train or the car. Therefore, this company produced travel kit, which is a pocket size. It contained items to treat minor injuries during the travel. So this is the picture of the travel kit. So it contained like bandages, ointment, and many more to treat the minor injuries during the travel. Okay. Next, in 1964, Johnson & Johnson released another invention, that is snake bite kit. This is because this is one of the more unique produced by Johnson & Johnson and debuted at a time when visiting a national park and forest was becoming a popular pastime. Annual visit to national forests topped 1 million in 1955. and that number had tripled in 1964. So because of the event, Johnson & Johnson decided to release this snakebite kit to the visitor of the national parks. The kit included a scalpel, a plunger which would have been used to suction snake venom from the skin. It also included an ammonia inhalant that could help rouse an unconscious bite victim. So next is in 1973, Marine First Aid Kit. The brightly colored compact Marine First Aid Kit was both waterproof and buoyant, making it ideal boat companion. The content of the kit included the medication for seasickness and heat exhaustion, and S-shaped plastic tube that was meant to help revive the victim of drowning. So this is the box of the Marine First Aid Kit. It can float on the water if something happens to the boat. Okay, next, in 2018, Johnson & Johnson once again released their new first aid kit. It is a build your own first aid kit. So by using this aid kit, we can personalize the kits with supplies like waterproof bandages and pain reliever that could help everyone safe and healthy while having fun. So this is all the invention that have been made by Johnson & Johnson, started from 1988 till 2018. So next, we will continue to see what is inside the first aid kit. Okay, first thing, we have glove. Next, we have the adhesive tape, bandages, castor pad used to close the open wound, instant cold pack for head injury, elastic band, emergency blanket, antiseptic wipes, triangular bandage, scissor, tweezer, safety pins, thermometer, first aid manual, emergency contact information, or medical information for family members. This is all the common things that have in the first aid kit. This emergency contact can be used by the people to get the emergency contact of the patient. And this first aid manual can be used for someone who doesn't know how to use all these items in the first aid. Okay. First aid kit is generally performed by someone who has basic medical training. Therefore, we have to give this medical training to many people, so when there is something that happen, they can use this knowledge to help others. So first, I think these three type of people have to be exposed for this thing. First, I think the student, first aid training for student, school have to play their roles in order for the student to get to know about first aid training. For example, the school can invite the hospital to give a talk and share about how important the first aid training. As we all know, in school, there's many students and they are exposed to danger and an accident. So, as the students know how to use this first aid kit, they can help their friends, or they can help their friend that have problem or have an injury. So next is workers. The first aid training for workers. As the workers, especially for someone who have to work at site and exposed to danger, they really have to know the basic of the first aid. The company is responsible to give all the workers about basic knowledge. This is because when the workers work at the site, they are exposed to many danger events. So the company have to teach about the first aid kit training so that they can use it when an accident happen at the site. Next is for public. As for public, the government can do many things so that Malaysians more alert about this training. First, they can do a public seminar or a talk with KKM about how to do a CPR or whatsoever, and do more advertisement and many more. For example, if there is a car accident and they need help, we can help them with basic skill before the ambulance arrive at the scene. We also can help people who drown by doing the CPR to help them to get conscious. So as we can see, the first aid is really important at the workplace and also our house to keep our surroundings safe and healthy. So next, I will talk about the safety committee. According to Occupational Safety and Health Regulation 1996, the safety committee is come in force on the 1st January 1997. In the 1996 regulation, it said that this regulation shall apply to Safety and Health Committee established under Section 13 of OSHA 1994. Section 30 said that it is compulsory for the employers who have more than 40 workers to establish a safety and health committee at their workplace or otherwise directed by DG or DOSH. DOSH is actually a Department Occupational Safety and Health. Next, we take a look at the membership of this safety committee. So the first one that this membership should consist is a chairman. Next is a secretary, representative of employer, and representative of employees. The representative of employer and employees should have at least 2 or 4 based on the company. So next, we can take a look at how the chairman and the secretary is appointed to be the chairman and the secretary. First, the employer or his authorized manager shall be chairman of the Safety and Health Committee. So, the secretary of the committee shall be the person who is employed as a safety and health officer at the place of work. When there is no person employed as a safety and health officer at the workplace, the chairman may appoint another person to act as the secretary of the committee or the member may by using ballot. Ballot is a voting system by the workers to appoint among themselves for the secretary of the committee. Next, the appointment of other members. An employer shall invite person employed at the place of work to nominate their representative to Safety and Health Committee. And where the number of person nominated exceed the number of vacancies available, a ballot shall shall be held to determine the representative. In the case where no representative or insufficient number of representatives of employees are nominated, the employer shall appoint the required number of persons to represent the employees in compliance with Regulation 5. Regulation 5 is actually the regulation state the member of the safety committee. An employer shall not penalize a member of committee in any manner for being absent for his normal duties at work while carrying out the function of the committee. Next, they can also remove the member. So the removal of the member, a safety and health committee may remove a member from the committee if they fail to attend 3 consecutive meetings of the committee without leave of the chairman. Next is they are found or declared to be unsound mind, bankrupt, resign, convicted of an offense involving fraud, dishonesty, or moral turpitude, convicted any other criminal offense, or unable or incapable of discharging his duty as a member of the committee. Next, the aim of the safety committee. The aim of the safety committee is to develop the knowledge, attitude, and skill of the worker so that the committee can play an active and effective in the workplace safety and health system. So, why is it safety committee is important? It's important because it provides a way for the management and the workers to meet regularly to discuss the workplace safety and health issue. They need to bring together workers' practical knowledge of jobs and management overview of the workplace and work organization. So, the function of safety committee. First, they have to assist in development of safety and health rules and safe system of work. Next, they have to review the effectiveness of safety and health program. Next is to carry out study on the trend of accident, near-miss accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning or occupational disease which occur at the workplace, and shall report to the employer of any unsafe and unhealthy condition or practices at the place of work together with recommendation for corrective action. For example, if the workers are not doing something in the right way, they have to the safety committee have to improve their way and have to take action to the workers. Next, they have to review the safety and health policy at the place of work and make recommendation to the employer for any revision of such policies. Lastly, the safety and health meeting. The meeting of safety and health committee. First is the agenda and the minutes. Early circulation of the agenda discussion paper. Minutes and circulated soon are not later than 2 weeks after meeting. Minutes are kept for 7 years for purposes of inspection by an occupational safety and health official. So these minutes are kept for 7 years. If there is any accident that happened on the site or accident in the site, so these minutes are kept so that the occupational safety officer can take action on what happened during that particular time. So next is meeting facilities. They have to provide a suitable place at the place of work for the safety and health committee to hold its meeting. Next, They has to permit every members of the committee to attend such meeting during working hours. Okay, the frequency of the meeting. Safety and Health Committee shall meet as often as may be necessary, commensurate the risk attendant of the nature of work at the workplace, but shall not meet less than once in 3 months. Notwithstanding subregulation 2, a meeting shall be called immediately in the event of the accident which result in a lost life or serious bodily injury to any person, a new miss accident, dangerous occurrence, or any situation which call for immediate attention in order to ensure the safety and health of the employees and at the place of work. So as we can see, at the last for the minute meeting, they have to run a meeting if any event that resulting in loss of life and serious bodily injury. So this minute have to keep for 7 years for the officer to inspect later. So it's all from me. Thank you.